Hey guys, it's the Movie Buff Pains. We're finally back again with another haul video. Life unfortunately got pretty crazy the last few weeks. My older sister unexpectedly passed away, so we've just been dealing with that and spending time with family. But we're back again with more videos for you guys. Movies, of course, are always the best distraction in life, and they bring both of us a lot of happiness. And I always tell Andrew one of my more unhealthy coping skills is spending money and buying movies.
Retail therapy.
Yeah, and that's well on display here. So we've got a lot to show you guys. Not really in any particular order, just because there's so much. But we'll go ahead and get started. We have some pop figures to show you first. So the first couple pops we have are from Devil Wears Prada. I absolutely love this movie. It's one of my all-time favorites. You got Andy and Miranda. I've been waiting for there to be a Meryl Streep pop figure, so this is pretty awesome. And then I also got a Patrick Bateman American Psycho pop figure, so pretty cool.
Next up, we've got a Switch game. We got ourselves Turok, which I think we're both really excited to check that out on the Switch.
Yeah, I remember playing that on the N64 back in the day. And then we got a VHS tape here. This is called Terror Tract with John Ritter, which I had never heard of this movie before, but I found it at Zia Records last night, so I decided to pick that one up.
We got a couple of movie-related books. We have Lean on Pete.
And both of these we got at the dollar store.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then the other one we got is Black Klansman.
So we'll go ahead and dive into the movies here. First up, we'll show you the DVDs we picked up. First up, we've got The Celluloid Closet. I've heard some really good things about this one, and as far as I know, it's out of print, so I was really excited to find this one last night. And then we have Joshua, kind of a random horror film, but it has Sam Rockwell and Vera Farmiga, who I really like. And then we have Todd Solondz's Storytelling. This one was actually just recommended to me by my friend on Instagram, Blu-ray Lantern. He also has a YouTube channel. I'll try to remember to link that below. But yeah, he recommended this one and I thought it sounded awesome, and I happened to find it when we were out shopping, so that was really cool. Next one is The Freebie. We actually watched this one on Amazon Prime a few days ago. I'll probably make mention of this a few times in this video, but I've been addicted to Dax Shepard's podcast Armchair Expert the last few days, and so I've just been obsessed with all things Dax Shepard, and this was a movie that sounded really interesting to me, and it was really quite good. It was very low budget, very indie, but really good.
Really good.
And then we got Nothing But Trouble, Stay Alive, and then this one was a Dollar Tree pickup. It's My Boy Jack.
Continuing into the Blu-rays, we've got Fairy Tale Zero. Next is Steins Gate, the complete series. I was really excited to get this one for a good deal. I've heard a lot of good things about that series. Then we've got Lupin the Third, Part 4. I've really been getting into this series, actually. Just all the different stories there are, because you can pretty much start anywhere in that show, which is really nice. I don't have to start from a certain point, so I decided to start there. Then we've got Oz the Great and Powerful 3D. I've been looking for this one with a slipcover for a while. Yeah. It was one of the last 3D releases of Disney's that I needed, so I was really excited to find that one for a good deal. Next, we've got Pinocchio. This is the Platinum Edition, and my wife here found that for me, kind of as a surprise, which I was really happy about. Just a nice collector's piece to have, definitely.
Yeah, we already own the movie, but he mentioned that he wanted the Platinum Edition, and I found it, and I was like, why not?
Because they only released 2 titles under the Platinum line, actually, on Blu-ray. It was the first couple that Disney ever released on Blu-ray, which brings us to, she also got me Sleeping Beauty, the Platinum Edition, as well.
I'm such a good wife.
Yes, you are.
And we got Flashpoint, a Well Go USA with Donnie Yen, Western Stars. This one we picked up for the slipcover, and that is Thanks for Sharing, which is actually a pretty good film. I remember watching this pretty early on when we were dating.
Yeah, I remember it being good.
And then this one, I believe, is a French Blu-ray for Hell's Angels. Kind of a random find out in the wild. Always looking to pick up movies like that.
And it had a slipcover, which is you don't see as often with foreign releases.
No.
And then we've also got Horton Hears a Who. This is the original cartoon, not the 3D movie that they did a few years back, so...
Next up, we have The Adventures of Merlin, the complete 5th season. I found this one at Fry's. It was kind of a random, cheap find. And then we have Tyler Perry's The Single Moms Club, Operation Red Sea.
Thor, Tales of Asgard.
Yeah, and I think we've kind of been trying to find some more of the Marvel animated films because we have like all the DC ones.
Yeah.
So I figured we might as well get those as well. And we have Guns, Girls, and Gambling. The Domestics. A bunch of these we actually found when we were up in Washington with my family, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Always got to go Blu-ray hunting wherever you are. Believe. Ninja Apocalypse. And The Deuce, the complete 1st season. It's a show I've been wanting to check out for a while.
The Chipmunk Adventure, which I was really excited to find this at all. It's very out of print, and I found it with the slipcover, so that was really exciting to find in the wild.
Yeah, he was pretty excited. Never heard of it in my life. Tactical Force, a cinematic masterpiece, 9 lives.
Only the greatest film ever written or made.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, the cat's really cute. Sniper, Ultimate Kill. One of the newest entries in the series just came out, so when I saw this one, I was like, I might as well pick that one up. And speaking of that, this is the newest release, Sniper Assassin's End. I think there's like 7 of these movies or something.
Something like that.
Something ridiculous.
Then we got Doctor Who, the complete 12th series.
A Soldier's Revenge, new one from Welgo. And this one I'd been looking at Walmart's for quite a while, and I didn't find it until I was at home with my parents this last weekend, and that is Girls Just Want to Have Fun. RLJE just kind of threw this one out in stores. It was totally random, like they didn't even announce it. And suddenly people were finding it, and I was like, okay, I gotta pick that one up. And then this is one of my favorite movies from the 80s, long overdue for a Blu-ray. I'm glad Paramount finally gave it one, and that is Pretty in Pink. And we just watched this one again recently. It's such a great film.
And
I really love this one.
The picture looked really good in it too, because it's a new transfer, which good thing that they did that.
Yeah, it looked great. Definitely worth picking up this Paramount Presents title.
Then we've got, I'm sure this one's another cinematic masterpiece as well.
Probably.
Think Like a Dog. And then we've also got Force of Nature, which this one doesn't look half bad. I mean,
it's probably bad, but it'll be entertaining.
Yeah.
Another new release here, The Quarry. And I like pretty much anything that Michael Shannon is in, so I do have some hope for this one.
And we've got Lego Shazam. And we always make a point of picking up these Lego DC movies. It kind of goes along with all the other DC animated films in a way.
And then we have Impractical Jokers, the movie. We both absolutely love Impractical Jokers. We saw them live a few years ago.
Yeah.
We saw Sal do his stand-up. Like, we just love Impractical Jokers. And if you're a fan of the Jokers, you will probably like this movie. Admittedly, it's kind of just like an extended episode, just like an hour and a half long episode with kind of a cheesy tie-in story. But it was a lot of fun, and they had a little more money to work with their stunts and whatnot, so that was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
And then this is one that we both enjoyed quite a bit. One of the first movies that was released on VOD, after all the theaters shut down, and that is Trolls World Tour on 4K.
Like that a lot more than I think we expected to.
Yeah, same thing with the first film. Like, we watched it and we were like, okay, that was actually kind of awesome.
See, and I think that's what we thought. The first one was kind of a fluke in that way. We were like, oh, doing a sequel, I don't know. But then we watched it and we were like, okay, that was actually really fun.
yeah, this one was a lot of fun. A lot of really fun music, and they built onto the voice cast even more. It was a ton of fun.
It was.
Exactly what you would expect out of a Trolls movie.
Then we've been looking for this one a while. It's been out for a bit, but it's Creed on 4K. We've been on the hunt for this one with a slipcover for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when it came out, we bought the Target exclusive Steelbook, but then they later released the 4K, and I thought we should have that in our collection as well, especially since we have Creed 2 on 4K.
Yeah. And then we also got Mission Impossible Rogue Nation on 4K. We're trying to find the rest of this series on 4K as well, but we were lucky enough to find at least one title in the wild.
Yeah. Next up, we have Victim, Love Ranch, Kon-Tiki, Space Cowboys, one I was surprised we didn't already own.
Yeah.
The Resident, Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Blog. This one's a lot of fun.
Real fun.
And War of the Worlds 2, The Next Wave. I was actually surprised to hear that this movie even existed.
Yeah. Then we have got The Sleep Dealer, Major League, Frenzy, The Eclipse, Embrace of the Vampire. Then we've got Marantau, something like I can't quite pronounce it. The Ultimate Gift, The Wicker Tree, Higher Ground,
New York, New York, The Runaways, one I've wanted to see for quite a while, and it finally got pretty cheap on Amazon. A Walk in the Clouds, this one I believe is out of print.
Curse of the Dragon Slayer. I pretty much love getting anything that has dragons involved with it, even if they look like horrible movies. Alice, which I like the Alice in Wonderland tale a lot, so I thought this was really cool.
Bad Lieutenant, one I've wanted to see for a long time. Camille with James Franco.
Babes in Toyland, which I believe this was the last Disney Blu-ray I needed. So yeah. I'm pretty much caught up besides exclusives.
So be on the lookout for our Disney collection video. That'll be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah. Then we're both excited for this one. It's Funny Girl. Then we have I Melt With You.
It only took me going to Washington to find that one at a Dollar Tree.
Then we got Amazing Ocean 3D. I feel like we have like 20 different things about the ocean. Like we have
mostly
so many.
that we found at Dollar Tree.
That's true.
Then we have a Steven Seagal flick here, Exit Wounds. And then this one I've heard some really good things about, and I was excited to find a used copy, and that is Knife Plus Heart.
Then we've got Without a Paddle, which we actually watched this one pretty recently, and we really enjoyed it.
Of course, it has Dax Shepard in it, so
yeah.
I had to watch it.
And we wound up getting that in a 2-pack with the sequel, Without a Paddle, Nature's Calling.
And then from Epic Media, I have Candy Corn. This next stack is all stuff that I picked up at Zia Records. Twixt. This is another one that I picked up based on a recommendation from Armchair Expert, and that is Tango and Cash. I was really surprised that we didn't own this one yet, actually.
Then we got Batman, Mystery of the Batwoman, which I was surprised that this is one of the few DC animated movies that we actually don't own. So I was glad to pick that one up.
And I think this one is kind of a nostalgia pickup for the two of us, and that is Owl City Live from Los Angeles. We both listened to him quite a bit when we were younger.
Yeah.
We have Lies and Illusions.
I think the most random pickup from Zia was one I found called Canine World Cup.
Got some more of the Marvel animated films. The Invincible Iron Man.
Doctor Strange.
Ultimate Avengers Collection, which this comes with Ultimate Avengers and Ultimate Avengers 2. To Kill a King. The Big Bang. The Antonio Banderas. I'm fairly certain this movie's going to be terrible, but I have like a morbid curiosity to watch it, and that is Unplanned. And then this is a pretty new release from Shout Factory that intrigues me mostly because of the cast, and that is Three Christs. This one has Richard Gere, Peter Dinklage, Walton Goggins, and Bradley Whitford, so that should be really interesting.
Yeah, that's quite the cast to have.
And then I have a new release from Arrow Video, and that is Zombie for Sale. I don't know a ton about this one. I just know it's a Korean like zombie rom-com, and so that sounds totally awesome to me. So yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out. So as most of you are probably aware, Twilight Time is going out of business, and a couple months ago they announced a closeout sale, and I'm sure a lot of you are in the same boat as us, where we waited a few months and like heard nothing about our order, and we were really concerned that maybe some of the titles that we purchased weren't going to be in stock when it came time to ship our order. But we did finally get our order in probably a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy that nothing went out of stock and I was able to get everything that I ordered. So first one is The Hospital. I believe all of these are blind buys. Not too surprising, but then we have Eye of the Needle, Angel, Bronson flick here, Murphy's Law.
A Brandon Lee film, Rapid Fire.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that one.
Romeo is Bleeding, Chilly Scenes of Winter, Bedazzled.
Then we got a Jane Fonda, Robert De Niro flick, Stanley and Iris. I've heard a lot of good things about this Oliver Stone film, and that is Talk Radio. Inserts, another one that was recommended to me. And the last one we picked up was The Other Side of Midnight. So again, really happy that those finally showed up for us. I was getting really worried about them, but they came through. So if you're still waiting on your order, I really hope that you guys get them soon. Then we got a code red here, Silk, a Warner Archive, A Touch of Class. And speaking of Warner Archive, I just put a huge order in their 4 for $44 sale, so looking forward to getting that. And then I have a Shout Select here, that is the Nutty Professor collection. I actually found this one at our local Best Buy, so that was pretty cool. The next several are imports from the UK. First one is The Man with the X-Ray Eyes. This is from Second Sight. I really like the limited editions that they do. They do a great job with these.
They're really nice.
And we got a few 88 films here. I actually got these next two from Mercari. I really lucked out because these slipcovers are sold out on 88 Films site. First one is The Protector. 88's been releasing a lot of Jackie Chan movies, and that's really awesome because I've been meaning to watch a lot of these for a long time. Next one is Crime Story. And we have the Anaconda Quadrilogy, which I wasn't even totally aware that there were sequels at all, let alone a quadrilogy. I'm sure they are going to be fantastic.
Yeah, the first one is, it's okay, but like if the original is just okay, it makes you wonder about the sequels.
Yeah, we'll hopefully have a good time with these.
Yeah.
And another 88 Films pickup, and that is A Black Veil for Lisa, one of their Italian collection films.
Then we've got some Eureka releases here. We have Cocoon, which you can't find this anywhere in America for whatever reason, so we were really happy to pick this one up finally.
Yeah.
Then Tag and Hard Times.
Then we have White Palace. I'm not gonna lie, I know next to nothing about this movie, but I saw it was James Spader and Susan Sarandon, and that was enough for me to pick it up. I want to check it out. And then I've been working my way through David Lynch's filmography recently, and one that's not, I can't remember if it's not on Blu-ray in the US or if it's really hard to come by, but either way it was cheap and easy to get the Blu-ray of Inland Empire from the UK. Heard this one's really crazy, but I mean, most of his movies are, so looking forward to this one. This one's been recommended to me a few times in the past, and that's 120 beats per minute, or BPM. I've just heard some really great things about this film, so I'm really looking forward to that one. And then I actually imported a 4K. I just thought this was such a kind of a random title to be put out on 4K, and I didn't really foresee it coming out in the US, so I just decided to import it, and that is Angel Heart with Robert De Niro. And then we have a new release from Arrow Video, and that is After Midnight.
Next up, we have got The Blackout Invasion Earth, which this one looks interesting, definitely. And it's a Shout Factory release. They usually put out, pretty decent stuff.
Alright, these next two are actually from a new label. The last thing any of us need is another label to collect. But this label, Cauldron Films, was actually set up by a couple of the guys that run Diabolic DVD, which is really cool, because that they just love film, and to see them releasing stuff is awesome. And the first two titles from their line are American Rickshaw. This is a Sergio Martino film, so looking forward to that one. And then they also released, I believe this is a 2018 film, Abracadabra, for just kind of like a giallo style film. So looking forward to that one. And
it's very nice packaging. They did a very good job on these releases as well.
Yeah, they did a really good job with these. And they're very uniform, so that's cool. Then I have the two latest limited editions from Mondo Macabro. That would be Gemini. And then we have The Lady Kills. And of course, as soon as these arrived in the mail, two new titles from them went up for pre-order, so they keep getting my money. And if you guys watch my Vinegar Syndrome haul video, you guys know that I finally became a halfway subscriber to Vinegar Syndrome. So without having to do anything, the new releases, I believe for July, were in my mailbox, which is awesome. Definitely could get used to that. But this month we got Old Dracula. These Vincent releases are always beautiful. Best Friends. This one looks really intriguing. I think of the three, I'll probably watch this one first. And then this one is a double feature. It has I Like to Watch and Sorority Sweethearts. And then I have a new release from Severin. Not totally sure why I bought this movie because I hate spiders, but that's Horrors of Spider Island. I don't know, I think I have like a morbid curiosity to watch movies about spiders, and I don't even know if this one's really that much about spiders, but yeah, I have a morbid curiosity with those. Just like when we go to the pet store, I have to like wander down the aisle where I know the tarantulas are and just like stare at them from afar, even though I'm absolutely terrified of spiders.
And going in that same vein, you also bought a Scream Factory release, and this one is The Spider.
Why not? I mean, if you look at it, it looks pretty ridiculous. Like, it's a giant spider walking down the city streets. Like, I don't think I have a fear of spiders becoming giant and overtaking my town, but
fair enough.
I do fear them being anywhere near me. Next one is another new release from Arrow Video, and that is Dream Demon. I've heard this is actually a really decent Nightmare on Elm Street ripoff, and I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. This will probably be one of the first titles that I watch from everything that we bought, if I can manage to decide. And then another new Shout Select release, and that is Glengarry Glen Ross. And sorry, I have been talking so much. You can tell that I am the one that does a lot of the purchasing here.
Yeah, I know maybe 10% of the movies that we wind up getting.
But then he watches them and he likes them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I introduce him to a lot of films.
Yeah, I'm definitely not interested. She introduces me to a ton. And stuff, of course, I've never heard of, especially when it comes to horror movies.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea there was a Nightmare on Elm Street ripoff, so I'm kind of excited to watch that too.
Well, to be fair, I didn't know that existed until Arrow released it either, but yeah. Alright, we got two more things to show you guys. This is another new Severin release. I ordered this from Grindhouse Video and it finally showed up, and that is the Al Adamson Masterpiece Collection. And this is, 32 films. Like, this is insane. I know next to nothing about him, which is why the first thing I think I'm going to watch in this is called Blood and Flesh. It's a documentary about him and his life. I've heard he's had some really interesting things happen to him. He had a really interesting story, and he made a lot of movies apparently. So looking forward to diving into that. And then the last thing I'm going to show you, this is something that Andrew actually surprised me with, and we've probably said it a few times before. We don't really collect steelbooks that much anymore, and we're just not that intrigued by them, and we usually like the slipcovers and the uniformity on our shelves.
Yeah.
But occasionally there's a steelbook that comes out that I just want to pick up because it's a movie I love or it's really cool, and this falls into both of those categories, and that is Friday the 13th. And that is a good segue into the awesome news we got today that Scream Factory is releasing all of the films in a box set, and I'm really excited, and he's really excited for once about something that is being released by a horror label. But that's going to be super awesome. I'm even wearing my Jason shirt for the video. But go check out their website, pre-order it. It's limited to 7,000 copies that come with a poster and a lithograph, which it was selling like crazy this morning. Like, it took me almost an hour to even get my order in. It was pretty wild. But yeah, definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, we love those films across the board, just about, and they've been kind of. I feel like we've been kind of guessing that it might happen eventually.
Yeah.
But to find out that they are doing all 12 films that feature Jason, and not to mention that the box and everything about it and all the stuff we know so far, it just is gorgeous.
Yeah, that'll be a worthy entry into our collection for sure.
Yeah, and of course, it happened right after we got one of the titles like purchased again. I feel like that happens to us a lot. We buy something on Blu-ray and they announce a better version somehow. So. Or
like every single DVD I showed you at the beginning of this video will be released on Blu-ray. It's inevitable now.
Yes, it is.
Now that I purchased it. But we want to thank you guys for watching. I want to give a personal thank you to many of my friends that I've met through Instagram or other social media for their outpouring of love and support during this time. It's just been amazing and really helpful to me. And it's really cool that we can just like come together with the mutual love for movies, and this community is really awesome. And I hope you guys are staying safe out there. The world is crazy for everyone right now. I'm well aware of that. So yeah, we just want to say thanks.
Thank you.
So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to hear me when we upload new videos. We definitely got some videos in the pipeline for you guys. Hopefully we'll get back to posting at least 1 or 2 videos a week now. But yeah, until then, we'll see you next time.
We'll see ya.